speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
And stolen by Williamson. Here's Flash.
Shit.
The Pistons will take it. Boy, it's been fun watching this player.
Yeah, you can go play with toys if you want. Go play with your toys.
He has been the
Go play with your toys,
yeah. More over this stretch. I can't think of another guy who has taken his team's needs upon himself like he has. He's a one-man army out there.
And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for Detroit.
What did you say, Nico?
Back to Fox.
Then your Sonic puzzle's right here.
Nice finish on the layup.
Dale, your Sonic puzzle's over here. Go, you can do your puzzle. That's fine.
He's good in the Fox hole.
Williamson with a screen on Fox. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. That one's in.
I mean, you already broke the 5-minute thing, boy. And you still talking.
Helps the spacing for this team.
No question. He is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor. It is just a huge boost for what they could do offensively.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Flash. Had a career game his last time out. Bucket after bucket. And it's in there. And what an incredible achievement from MP recently. Grant, he turned in one of the most efficient games you will ever see.
Well, you talk about what it means to dominate. MP was the definition of that with his performance. Now, everything fell for him, and it looked like he was a man amongst boys. Fox blocked,
and it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. 6 to shoot. Here he goes. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is. And just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years. And it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve.
And both free throws good for Fox. The confidence that Fox has shown in his shot has skyrocketed the last few years, Brent.
Yeah, the combination, BA, sometimes of you working on your three to gain confidence, but the coaching staff also telling you, go ahead and shoot that shot. I think those things have played out for De'Aaron Fox. Look, he can be streaky, but the fact that he's willing to take it is elevating his play.
Now here's Thompson, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. And again, the Pistons missing.
Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it, bro. Let me get it.
You wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
And he makes it. Flash has got 7.
Shooting 4 or 5 to start the game. That's
I'm paying attention.
For Detroit, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Pass to Thompson.
Yeah,
the 3 is up. And again, the Pistons missing. Bulls leading by 3. Picked by Williamson. Here's Flash. Oh, hey, how about that?
That's impressive.
And he dunks it down.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not
Listen,
afraid
I'm going
to
to take
show.
a shower today.
Now here's Ivy.
So that
coming
your
off a terrific game against Minnesota.
allergies can go away. Because maybe you took a shower yesterday, maybe you didn't do it thoroughly, but...
And it's blocked.
You said that?
Here's Flash. He's covered by Fox.
Oh my God, I did it.
Focus on making each possession
first
a
quarter.
success.
Well, maybe no te fallaste bien to where the pollen is still kind of on your skin and causing an allergic reaction. If you want to use that little glove to wash yourself with, use that too. I love using that thing. That thing usually works really well.
No good. Had a chance to win the run there.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there. He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more. And he looks like he's
It's
going
like
to get
all
it.
my kids.
Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Yeah. Yeah, this is.
Now we get a chance to check some stats for Matas Buzelis.
And his effective field goal percentage isn't in the best place right now. Over the last 5 games, he hasn't had much shot discipline. He'll be looking to play a lot smarter today.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. All right, let's check in with Ali LaForce.
Oh my God, it's out.
We discussed the challenges a player like Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, go, 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 go. He got that. Bleeps.
I told our guys to make sure we seal up any lanes.
Let me know when your mother's or your TV's calling us,
It won't
okay?
be easy, but coach feels like they'll be able to make it a little more difficult for Giannis. Guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Ali. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for Detroit. 11-point game. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Today's game is about effort and energy. They got crushed on the glass
Now,
the last
what?
time.
Okay, that's fine. Like, I only care that if the food's here.
Teams play. Well, let's see if the lesson was learned from that loss. If they come out with
Get it. We get it. Brr.
Result here. Gets the trifecta.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally
You got to
lost.
Cuddy.
Offensively, it's been a struggle.
You got to Kid
He's putting
Cuddy.
together some shots to have any kind
Oh,
of
you
chance.
trying to be me,
It's
OBG?
clear he's totally out of sync.
You trying to be me real quick? Brr.
Around what to do with him.
doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Pistons trail by 17. Pass to Laravia. Back to Fox. They need this.
Good D. Good D.
Chicago with a rebound. Williamson's got 4 rebounds
Oh, yeah, yeah,
now.
yeah. Give it to me. I trust me with this.
Covered by Fox. Fox has got 21 points in the game.
9 for 10 here in the first quarter. He's on fire.
And timeout called by
Time out by Detroit.
Looking to make some tweaks to the strategy
Detroit,
here.
Michigan
They wanna keep rolling here
Pistons.
following a win against Minnesota.
Yo, stop. Why you look like? Why you look like a redheaded dude? That's not you. You look like Dog the Bounty Hunter.
That night, man, their offense was rolling.
I want to see Matthew. That's not your hair color. Your color is brown. That's more red. Or go, yeah. Black. Oh, no. To the left. Go to the left. Brown or black? Brown or black? It's like a brownish black, puppy. Look, the mirror's right here. Good. And take off those mutton chops and that silly mustache. You like that?
The offensive glass and been rewarded.
You get clowned on if you
Second. In third, the Bulls.
wear that around here, puppy.
Every single possession. They
And
fight
the
so
mustache
hard on
makes
the
it funny,
offensive
Alex.
glass to earn those second
And your
chance
skin
moves.
color is just like one shade darker.
An 11-point game for him in the win against Minnesota.
That's one darker or where? First, second. Yeah. Yeah, that second one's you. Jeez. The flatbed. With the chassis.
To the
The
inside.
chassis.
To end the drive.
Oh, you distracted me, Alex.
Powers it home.
How about Fox just getting to the rim right there? Great to see him explode at times.
Shot is off.
Oh my God, and I
Good for
missed it.
11 so far. Pistons trail by 17. James outside. Ivy outside. 5 on the clock. Shoots over White. Oh, nice shot by Ivy.
Tell you because you're hungry, puppy. I'm hungry too.
And shoot it quick.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Again, the full score.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
How well they've shot the rock.
Now here's Fox. Defense right
The
on
rock says, know your role and shutteth your mouth in. Good D, Jess.
Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot
Hit him with that skibbity dub.
Has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for
You want to see a three-pointer, Bruce Ellis?
Don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way.
Oh my God, I missed.
Trying to win this game.
Here's Arabia. No made baskets yet.
Jeez.
Ivy from the arc. Chicago with a rebound. Antetokounmpo has got his 4th rebound in this one. Flash. He drops it from range.
Oh, what did I give myself? I bought. I can get it. I got it. I'll get it for you because I know what I got is too many things. I'll bring you down. I think you got my food cooking. This right here is yours with the cheese curds in it and the plain chicken. And those cheese curds I think are for upstairs. Why did they put my shit? I asked for honey barbecue. Yeah, these are yours. Yeah, so that shit is mine.
Should I stop the timer?
Yeah, so I
Look, let's go upstairs because it's time to go. Our plan is gonna leave in a second. Hurry, you guys are eating down here. No, you don't get nothing to eat. You two already ate. Me, Poppy, and Dixie, and Mommy haven't ate yet. I want to eat. You can't. Look, come on. Poppy. tried to eat our food. They already ate and we did that.
No, hold on. Wait till I get downstairs, Nanny Leo. Wait. Nanny, you have a bunch of mac and cheese that you should be eating. Leo, you too.
I'll go get the mac and cheese. Stay there.
Nanny's gonna heat it up. You stay down here.
I'll get this excavator.
Why did you stop it?
I did it.
It's paused, Alex.
Oh, but look at the excavator.
Leo, ya. Párale, mijo. Párale, mijo.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Ivy outside. Back to Fox. Pass to Marshall. Down low. Shot to stop the run. And it's Fox missing. And so the ball out of bounds on an Akupo touch at last. And the Bulls making a change here. Hardy's checked in. Here's Fox. And Williamson with the block.
Great job by Williamson. You know, I love watching him dunk, but man, his block shots are spectacular.
Up high and down it goes on the lob.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Now here's Fox. And in that win against the Timberwolves, he was a major factor as well. There's a screen by Marshall. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Here's Flash. He's got 26. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And Detroit making a change here.
Now returning on the floor to your Pistons, number 26.
Detroit shooting just 21% in the first quarter. Pass to Bowen. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Smooth sailing for Chicago. It's an understatement to say they're on a roll. They're coming in on a 15-game winning streak.
It's been a lot of fun to watch these guys and how much they're enjoying this. Every team they face is trying to end this big run. I've been on both sides of a game like tonight's, and I'll tell you what, it's tough to keep up a streak. Gotta love the pressure.
Here's Rice. Pass to James. Over on an Akupo. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. And here's Chicago. And they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
From behind the arc. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
So it's Detroit now. Pass to Rice. It's James on the wing. Here's LaRavia. Fires the 3. Williams grabs the board.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Well, Grant, this is the time of year when these teams are starting to know what they have.
Yeah, B.A., sometimes it takes a while with personnel changes or coaching changes, too. But now you have a good chunk of games under your belt, and the camaraderie has grown.
First one falls for him. OG Anunoby's checked in for Chicago. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Fox. 9 points in the game. Ivy outside. Screen by James. Ivy's shot is off.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Williamson. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Williamson's got 8 points.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
Fox surveying the D. To win the run. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got 5 rebounds in the game.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey there. Flash in their last game against the Bucks played some superb basketball. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and as we've come to expect, he contributed from the three-point line as well. He was a force of nature in that game. He made the opposition look utterly helpless.
All right, Alec, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, B.A. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Well, they're still losing, but it's not because of him. He's been lights out this quarter.
To the paint. Rebounded by the Pistons.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Here's Bowen. Anunoby covering. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Clock at 6. Pass to James. No good from outside.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
Fox for 3. It doesn't go for him. And that's it for the first quarter in what has been a very lopsided game. Chicago ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Chicago.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great. Ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
On the court for the Bulls, they've got Hardy, OG Anunoby out there with Domantas Sabonis. And it's Jones in at the four-man position.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Has to Flash. Got it. Flash has got 43 points.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Now here's Ivy. He's covered closely. Shot on the wing. Nice jump shot.
Good job by Ivy, able to spot the big opening on the floor.
The Bulls have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. With the drive.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Well, the Pistons shooting only 23% so far. Unloads from 13. Rebound by the Bulls. They defeated Milwaukee in their last game.
And guys, those road games are never easy, but they had a solid strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, watching that game quarter to quarter, they sped up, they slowed down, but they executed in every facet.
That one's wide left. Chicago with the ball. A big stretch here going. 10-2. Flash. And yes! Another basket! And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
For Detroit, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Ivy outside. Takes it inside. Jones with the block. And he's all alone. And he lobs it up top. Stolen by Ivy. Pass to Rice. To the wing on the... left. Here's Bowen. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Domantas Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production.
Here's Flash. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. So both teams making some changes here.
For Chicago, number 86, one shot.
One shot. One shot.
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Now here's Ivy. And you look at his numbers, just over 21 a game. Here's Flash. Drops it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens. That's nice vision there. See that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Here's Shaw. 11 points for him last game against Minnesota. Thompson scanning the floor. And there's Fox on the assist by Thompson. Fox has got 5 points in the quarter.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Fox outside. Pass to Shaw. Back to Fox. Deflected. Antetokounmpo up top. Give him 8. And Sabonis slams it in.
And how about Sabonis getting up there and rising up to slam down?
The Pistons have gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. Back to Ivy. Driving inside. And a quick look at how the Chicago Bulls schedule is shaping up. On Wednesday, they head back home to host the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Friday, they'll host the Miami Heat.
Some might look at this schedule and already mark off how many wins they'll get. But I think that's a mistake. You can never take a night off in the NBA. Even the ones you think will be easy are tough.
Marshall, he's checked in for the Pistons. And the Bulls also making a change. Zion Williamson.
Oh, man.
Oh!
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. And the Pistons shooting a low 28% so far in this one. Pass to McCaw. Back to Fox. The 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Antetokounmpo's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Flash, no good. And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Flash the pass to Williamson. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
So great to see Zion Williamson out on the wing and coming down the lane. That's a guy hard to stop on a fast break.
Ivy outside. Driving to the basket. McCaw, no good. Chicago has gone 4 of 6 from outside. Looking sharp here in the second. Flash. He got it again. Sensational.
Oh, make that 61 points.
Everything is going his way right now. To snap the cold streak. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
And he drops the first. And the league has made it clear, Grant, it sees streaming at the forefront of basketball viewing going forward.
Well, B.A., it's a no-brainer. The internet is the future, after all, and streaming opens a lot more options for engaging with fans while they watch.
And both free throws good for Fox.
Even De'Aaron Fox has talked about how he's the fastest player in the league. The cool thing about it is night after night he seems to prove it.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
And Fox powers it home.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
Here's Flash. He's covered by Fox. And good. There's another.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Pass to James. On the wing, Thompson. Back to James. Here's Rice. Shot clock at 6. The 3 from Thompson. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. From outside the arc. Drills it from deep. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points in the quarter.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
James outside. Back to Fox. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Bulls. All right, with this brief pause, let's take a look at the league's best passing teams. Number 1, the Bulls.
The beauty of this offense is that the ball never stops moving. If the shot isn't there, the next pass is made.
Smooth sailing for Chicago. Pass to Flash. Another one goes. Incredible.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. The Pistons shooting 40% on the second quarter so far. Here's Rice. Back to Fox. To stop the run. Shot blocked. And he's going for the oop here. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
And there's that athleticism we talk about with Zion. What a dunk.
And the Pistons shooting 27% in today's game. Not good. Thompson outside. Pass to McCaw. Out to Fox. Chicago with a rebound. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Really left him alone that time.
He's dropping the three ball with incredible consistency. What a barrage here in the first half.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Fox for three. Again, the miss by Fox.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
From the wing, count it. Fox has got 11 points in the quarter.
Fox is fast. News alert. You gotta worry about De'Aaron Fox and his speed.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Flash. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, De'Aaron Fox, the inaugural 2023 Clutch Player of the Year, he said, quote, "You can't be afraid to fail. Obviously, you're not going to make every shot, but my team puts me in position to succeed, so the least I can do is have confidence in myself to take good shots." Brian?
Allie, thanks. You know, he's become a star. Booz Ellis has checked in for Anunoby. And Fox has got the ball here for the Pistons. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. Pass to LaRavia. A minute 29 left to play in the half. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Fox. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Here's Williamson. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Williamson's got 16 points now.
And Williamson knows how to get into a rhythm, and once that happens, hey, good luck.
Pass to LaRavia.
First personal foul. Team second.
Detroit shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight.
Detroit, LaRavia, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
And the bucket is good. He's got 18.
No hesitation on the break. That's been an advantage for them.
Pass to LaRavia. Back to Fox. Puts the move on. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Williamson. 7-second difference between the shots.
Yes, sir! Oh, that's what you tune in for right there. Wow. I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
And it's Detroit with the ball. Fox outside. The shake. Second chance effort. Here's LaRavia. And again, the Pistons missing. Williamson passes to Flash. Williamson inside. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. It's the Bulls running away with this one. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Welcome to the halftime show. And if they're going to turn this around, it's going to be a long road back for the Detroit Pistons. And and something out of left field for you guys.
Ernie, left field, this is not baseball. This is a basketball show.
So it's like from the backcourt, maybe like from the corner?
Okay, let me do this over, okay?
Yeah, because I'm kind of
From the opposite end. Oh, wait, we ran out of time for the segment. Can't even ask the question.
See,
Too bad. Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the Chicago Bulls.
You know, on the boards, they've been ferocious. They've been intimidating. Reminds me of watching Big Fella out there.
You know they're going to have some bruised elbows tonight. Thank you, Kenny. That was your first compliment in 3 years.
Two.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Ivy at the 2 with Thompson at the 3. Then there's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Marshall in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic. Here's Fox. The Bulls making their last shot. Pass to Thompson. From the high post. Williams grabs the board. Here's Chicago now. Here's Flash. And again.
What a game from him. 72 points.
And he's been simply sensational throughout this one. Fox with the ball. And here's Ivy from the arc. Chicago grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. That's good from Williamson on the assist by White. White's got his 4th assist with that last one.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Now here's Thompson. He's scoreless. Good work there as it goes.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and he gets right through there. High basketball IQ play. Try to find other ways to talk about Zion's leaping ability. How about timing? Showing it there.
For Detroit, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Brent, we've never seen a player like Giannis. How do you stop him? Or how do you at least slow him down?
Well, B.A., there's a reason why I'm over here in a suit and the coaches are over there in their suits. That's their job. And Giannis is just one of those guys you hope is having an off night. Force him into as many jump shots as you possibly can. But inside, Giannis is going to get there and he's going to devastate you.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
And here's Fox. 23 points in the game. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And here's Ivy from the arc. Ellis grabs the board.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Count it.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Now here's Ivy. Here's Laravia. Knocks it down from distance.
This takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Out to the wing. Here's Flash. Connects again from distance. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
B.A., he's on fire.
The Pistons have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Ivy outside. Pass to Laravia. Launches it. Now Thompson on the wing. Ivy. Thompson, a screen on White. Fox outside. Shot clock at 5. And Williamson with the block. to the middle. Here's Flash. Ivy with the defensive effort.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Rejected by Antetokounmpo. Oh, wow, guys, this does not look good. We've got an injury here.
Yeah, that type of injury is always worrisome. Hopefully, he's okay.
Yeah, it reminds you of what's really important. Health, #1. Everything else comes after that.
And Detroit making a change here. James is checked in.
Number 48, James.
Looking at the 2K leaderboard, these teams have been outstanding at creating offense through their defense. Number 1, Chicago.
And when you turn it over against these guys, they make you pay for it. They lead the league in points off turnovers.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And out of bounds, it'll be Chicago ball.
Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
A remarkable defensive play. The replay showing once again the tenacity on that end.
Amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
Over to the left wing. Here's Flash. And got it. Another basket. And there it is. 82 points.
This is a game that he... will never forget. I know I won't.
White against Ivy. Tries to break his ice. And rejected. And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go. James against Antetokounmpo.
How about the reach from Giannis that time? He does not make any shot easy.
Pass to Buzelis. Antetokounmpo outside. Here's Flash. Again! What an avalanche! Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss.
Now here's Fox. Give him 23. That one's off. Still out of sync.
That's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
Flash, that's good.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Now here's Ivy. James, a screen on White. Ivy passes to James. Takes the three. Ivy's shot is off.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Now Allie LaForce has an update on Asar Thompson.
I had a moment to catch up with Detroit's head athletic trainer. He said there's a bit of weakness in the wrist area, but so far no sign of any broken bones. Recovery time is still up in the air, but guys, one thing's for sure, a return tonight is out of the question.
All right, that's good intel. We've definitely been thinking of him. And now we have some more clarity, guys.
Yeah, they now have all the information they need in order to determine the next steps.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside.
Oh, my! Throw that one up top. What a play. Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam capturing the moment. Here's Fox. 25 points in the game. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Pass to LaRavia, and here's Ivy. Here's LaRavia. Clock at 6. Three-pointer, Fox. And it's Chicago with a board. Williamson's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating.
He is terrific shooting the ball in the first half, but he looks a little bit slower out there, possibly leg tired here in the second half.
James with the ball. Fox for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Fox has got 28.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his fourth three-pointer of the game.
Giannis showing off some of that team-first mentality by finding an open teammate.
And here's Detroit. Now Fox. And he's got 28 now. And Fox powers it home.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, well, having said before, the layup, when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
That one drops for him.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Detroit shooting a low 29% since halftime. Double team on Fox. It's stolen. Here's Flash. Non-stop scoring machine right here. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Bulls?
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
Man, scoring off of turnovers is so helpful. I mean, you get easy opportunities at the rim. It devastates the opponent. They've done a great job tonight of converting on those chances.
They get it back. Floats one up, and it's good on the layup.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
Ivy outside. Pass to Laravia. Back to Ivy. And there's James from the arc. Williams grabs the board. Williamson's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after it. Here's Flash. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Pass to Laravia. Will it go? It's not going to go for him.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And Williamson throws it down.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
James outside. Laravia passes to James. Ivy outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Looking to get it going. And there's the rejection. And now the Bulls in transition. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's Fox. 30 points in the game. There's the drive. And powers it home.
So shifty Fox gets in there anytime he wants to.
Zion Williamson seems intent on silencing all the doubters moving forward, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., he's not taking any more questions about conditioning. His physicality and play really answered that question now. He has been looking better than ever. Just showing some tremendous authority controlling the boards. Love it.
Sort of reminding me of a little Ben Wallace action here from his years with the Pistons. He's been that much of a force rebounding the ball.
For 3. Good. Another from 3.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Fox, the pass to Laravia. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists tonight. Laravia's gone 2 of 6 shooting from downtown. Williamson finds Antetokounmpo. It's intercepted.
just memories of games I didn't like that much.
51 seconds left in the third. And it's Laravia missing. And they're on the break. On up the court. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
First personal foul. First team foul.
I finally realized I've been lying to myself. I really have it.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
What I'm saying is, I'm telling you guys, I can have more fun than I don't have fun this evening. I just don't believe that's true. I think that I was like, I don't know what it was. I was just telling myself something that wasn't true. I got on.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks, a true team player.
The Pistons shooting just around 26% for the game. Ivy goes in. Two-handed jam.
Just knifing his way to the rim.
He looked practically unstoppable on that play. Antetokounmpo, pass to Flash. And these will be his second and third shots at the line here. And he makes the first.
I like it.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Ivy. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. On the tape. There's the slam. To finish it off.
And that's how explosive Ivy can be, just detonating on the defense.
Outside White. And he jams it home with authority.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Ivy outside. Launches a three. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
And he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And so it's Chicago, making this game a no contest. They poured it on early, and they've never let up. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. We'll be back in a moment.
The monsters, the weapon mechanics, the environment, it's all flawless. And if I'm being honest, that perfectly describes Ray Dow. Everybody loves this monster. But as I was finding Ray Dow, I was like, wait a minute, a flying wyvern that uses thunder?
Head coach Billy Donovan is mic'd up along the sidelines. Let's check it out.
Exert yourself by being disciplined and focused on the right stuff. All right, good job. Go.
Good words of praise from Billy Donovan, asking his team to stay locked in, make good choices.
Yeah, and when all five of these guys are on the same page, great things tend to happen. We'll see.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for the Bulls, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got OG Anunoby, Domantas Sabonis out there with Hardy, and it's Pippen in at the point. Sabonis, the pass to Pippen. And there's the drive. That one falls. Nice feed from Sabonis.
They've now had assists on each of their last three buckets.
But that's not all. Because Absolos' wing memory switch and boom, which helps Absolos generate more thunder.
Rebuilding teams can't hoard cap space like they once did.
The NBA is so much tougher for teams to absorb these huge contracts in exchange for picks. So now you've got to use that cap space from day one. Jump on the guys that you think are going to propel your team. Hope for the best.
Nails it from three.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
And again for three.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely looking to shoot as much as possible.
He can shoot a large ball of electricity from his mouth.
The Pistons have gotten 5 of 12 shot attempts to go so far in the fourth quarter.
He can make an area of effect of electricity. He can make small pillars of electricity.
Out to the right wing.
Movement is this transformation, which is kind of crazy. not going to
Pass to Shaw.
In sun break, he can even do something that only goalkeeper could do before.
Rebounded. Demonis Sabonis. Sabonis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
That's good. This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Is one of a kind. By moving his body parts, doesn't matter what it is.
Fires the three. Chicago with a rebound.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a danger to score.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Damn aggressive.
Detroit has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth.
It doesn't matter what we are.
Ivy outside. It's tipped. In transition, here they come. Here's Flash. Down it goes. Jam that one home.
If you leave someone open on a team with Sabonis having the ball, he's going to make you pay. That's great recognition.
But just because Absolute is pretty aggressive doesn't mean it won't work out for him in the end. And now I have to talk about something that a lot of you are not going to like to hear.
Looking to end the run. And the layup is good.
Yeah, so reliable. He clearly needs to be more involved in the offense as they try to shrink this lead.
Other flying wyverns like Raphalos, Diablos,
he just
doesn't have a lot of armor plating. I also hear a lot of people saying that
the importance of getting your second NBA contract is something players often cite. Brent, did you feel that way?
No doubt about it, BA. I mean, it's a stamp of approval that you belong at this level. Of course, it gives you a lot of security for what you want to do for your family and for yourself. But man, that's acknowledgement that all that hard work has paid off.
I mean, look at what I'm showing you on the screen right now. You can't tell me that Ratlow being the bigger combatant and more armor plating, you can see the physically superior monster and
from deep.
No
good on the shot.
It's just so hard to score in this league, especially when you're out of rhythm. You've got to feel for him tonight.
But that doesn't mean he's winning.
And the Pistons shooting the ball at only 35% here in the fourth quarter. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And the Bulls making a change here. McBride's checked in.
I'm tired of people saying, oh, this monster wins because of height and aura. Like, that's not an argument. I will say that is.
And the free throw, no good.
To start a fight with speed
and the Pistons shooting about 29% from the field here.
And hopefully you end the fight quickly.
Ivy outside.
Because after
pass to Jane.
It's a sprint, not a marathon. The longer a fight goes on, the more likely Astros is to lose. And I know at this point in the video, a lot of you are thinking I'm downplaying Astros a lot. I don't like this monster. That's not the case. I'm just not overhyping this monster to oblivion.
Sabonis outside. Here's Flash.
And the things I see in
drives
the game.
to the hoop. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
He's their go-to. They keep calling his number, and he delivers.
But now let's see how the new kid on the block fares against Astros.
He's a straight G.
And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up. Brent, you've spent some time in front offices. How much more do teams rely on analytics now versus even a decade ago?
A massive amount, BA, but there are a lot of teams that are still aren't there. I think it's a constant battle about how far you're going to push, leaning into the numbers. But with all these net ratings and the ways that you can start to digest what it is the guys are producing on the floor, teams are getting smarter and smarter.
Chicago making a switch here. Ananobi's checked in.
Now, he can't do this just willy-nilly. He needs sand, either a sandstorm blowing sand onto his wingtips,
and both free throws good for Fox.
Or his wings into the sand and getting it that way.
Here's Flash.
And this Fulbright on Radow's wing has a bit of protection, but mainly to cut through things. And by the way, the Fulbright on Radow's wing are not weak phenomenal. We see Radow effortlessly pick out a huge chunk of rock at the side of this rock formation.
We've got 1:55 left in the game.
So Radow took a big chunk of rock out of
Sinks it from distance. Fox has got 13 points now in the quarter.
De'Aaron Fox relentless right now on the offensive end and looking for any scoring chance.
This entire fight,
Pass to
Radow is
McBride.
really
Here's
giving
Flash.
Arkveld
He's
a
covered
run
by
for
Fox.
its money. And yes, I know with the
Here's
whole
Hardy.
turf war with Arkveld and Radow
Here's
doesn't really
Flash.
do well, and Arkveld
Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
drains his elemental
Absolutely
energy. But it's a
ruthless.
turf war.
He's
It's only
not
supposed
about
to
to start
last,
showing
6 or
mercy
8
now.
seconds.
Confidence
In my opinion,
is
the cutscene
sensational,
is
and it
what
feels like
really
no
is
one
known
is
as
going to
the
stop
normal
him
throwback.
tonight from
And
scoring.
there's a
And
part
what a
in the
complete
Arkveld and
performance we
Radow
saw
fight
from them.
where
A
both
dominant
boxers
win in
line
every
up their
way for the
wing
Blues.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're going to battle hard.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Flash.
Just active on defense, little things like clawing and scrapping and tipping passes, contesting shots. Came up with a lot of steals.
Fires from deep. Gets rebounded by Sabonis.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Let that one go. Count it.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Ivy outside.
Here's
the three.
Chicago
with a rebound.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell them, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Yeah, it looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Radow's ability to shoot out lightning. Now, I'm not talking about your run-of-the-mill Thunder
Marshall
monsters.
inside, working on Sabonis.
Look like lightning. No.
Marshall can't hit.
It's lightning. Big appearance attacks, but just a wide one.
So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Ali LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. So long and good night, everyone.
And you did see in the turf war with Arkveld that it was at least enough to hurt Arkveld and for him to kind of give a reaction to show that it hurts. And as for the railgun attack, there's only really one way to describe it.
Now I am becoming the describe for.
Now, I'm not going to measure what the force of this lightning strike would be. I'm just not that kind of YouTuber. But what I can do is compare Radow's lightning to real world lightning, compare it to other monsters, and piece everything together with common sense. I don't think every time Radow uses his railgun attack, it's the same every time. I think there are times where it's stronger, and then there are times where it's weak.
You look super Puerto Rican, girl. That's so beautiful. Well, even better.
He was so weak that he couldn't stand. Yeah, it's the moment he got struck by lightning, he got immediately uses the railgun. And we know the railgun specifically because it's sort of the Arctic climates. Show up, and the fact that it took so long to charge us, now we can see it on the attack. But And he was so weak that he couldn't even stand and then get struck by lightning once. It's safe to assume that he just converted most of the power from that lightning strike into this attack. Meaning, at the bare minimum, it should be a normal lightning strike. But now, this is maximum output right next to the rail gun. Now, I am going to be referencing a lot of stuff that I said in my how powerful this rain out video. But of course, I'm only going to be talking about the main parts. And it all kind of stems from this one section of the trailer for Welcome to the Wilds. By the way, I'm showing this and not like in-game footage right now. Just because the trailer just makes it so much easier to look. In my rain out video, I said that this cover right here created by rain out rail gun will be about 20 feet high, using the hunter to help prevent a course down the wild gun. And now I don't think it's around 20 feet. I'd say it's around 15. Now compare that to all roads of boat ride ever recorded, with one branch of the boat ride being 17 feet and the other one 16 feet. Now, the screen right now being like 5 in a minute, wouldn't that make the largest real flying boat ride bigger than the one rate to help me? And the answer is no, because most boat rides in our world is done up front of the board. Rarely do you find boat rides on the surface. Once the lightning strikes the ground, and the lightning will go into the ground and recover. But the boat ride break down made will be around 15 feet on the surface. And since boat ride is almost always bigger in the ground than what's shown on the surface, it's kind of like an iceberg. That is the boat ride on the ground that was made from breakdown rail gun would be massive, which would mean breakdown rail gun attack and back should be several times stronger than a standard lightning strike, which is super impressive, which would make it one of the strongest thunder attacks in the entire series, well, not including Frontier, or sorry, not stopping Frontier, with the only thunder attacks that I can confidently say are stronger than rain out rail gun attack would be that time hearing that storm ticket and create a film of pure lightning, and then probably the second one would be a Matsu's final attack in Sunbreak, because that shit's nuts. But since I mentioned negative things about Antelope at the end of this part, I gotta do a statement right now. Allow me to say that rain out is dependent on storms, and without a storm providing lightning for rain out is probably there's definitely more evidence to suggest that it is true than it's not. It seems like rain out has evolved to purposely maximize the effectiveness in storms specifically. I mean, you put rain out in like a white field, nothing there, he can't use his supercharged rail gun, and he won't be able to get the boat and tail. And that's like a major part of his kit. Now, do I think he can completely go to rain out still produces other in the body, but it's not a lot.
How are you feeling? Soon take a shower. Soon, like in 30 minutes or so.
But when I looked into it,
it looks horrible, puppy.
Sorry about that. But now let's actually talk about rain out versus abstinence. Wait, you're gonna lie. Gotta talk about something important with rain out.
Well, that's why I want you to shower as soon as possible, so you can get whatever dirt or oil is in your skin. Okay, but today you need to do the same.
I will say there are things that I don't think rain out should be able to absorb.
So in 30 minutes, once you see that my clock says 6:30, no te pases. That way you're the first one in, and you still got like about an hour or two to play.
But it has electricity infused with it, or like when Danielle puts water on the floor and then puts a shock current through the water, I don't think rain out would really be able to absorb it. Also, if it's something that's powered up with thunder, like it's in Ogre charging up its fist to punch someone, I don't think rain out would be able to absorb it, and even if it did absorb it, it still got hit with an enhanced hit, so it probably just doesn't even really matter. Pure electricity that monsters shoot out, like we're getting the breath of energy has arrived out a ball of electricity, I do believe